want to ask you something. You're assuming, most likely, that I've gone around and had a one-on-one conversation with everybody. That is not the case. I'm reaching out to you, specifically, because there's one thing that we both know. When you get set on a task, you do not fail. Yesterday was a failure. You had a simple objective. Clearly, the plan wasn't simple enough. But I want to ask you a question before the meeting. When things went sideways, Aubrey, who did you look at? The plan, the timing, or did you look inward? Because in the chaos, loyalty becomes crystal clear. Failures like this just don't happen on accident, Aubrey. Someone clearly didn't perform. Someone held back. I ask you, who do you think that is? Who is the weak link?
Who do I think held back the mission? That's what you're asking me? Respectfully, sir. We pulled up to a military convoy with 4 armored cars, a silenced AK-12 and a grenade. You know, I think we tried our best with what was given.
Respectfully, Aubrey, you put 30, 40 cops down like it's nothing. Respectfully, Aubrey, there were 16 cops involved. Respectfully, Aubrey, that bomb blew up 2 armored cars in a blink of an eye. Respectfully, Aubrey, you guys made the choice to choose those guns. You guys made the choice to choose those amount of grenades. Respectfully, Aubrey. So let me ask you again. Who do you think is to blame here? Because I don't think you understand, Aubrey. Yes, this task was very hard. That is why you were picked. Because we thought everybody in that room can get things done. But clearly, something failed. Maybe it was the plan. Maybe it was the bomb. Or maybe it was you. So respectfully, don't blame the product or what you were given when that is what you wanted.
Well, I mean, it's really what I want. Well, I came in a little bit late for the plan. You see what I'm saying? I think the police were so well prepared, but the plan just wasn't good enough. I think it just comes down to that.
I will tell you something. I had a conversation with someone earlier, before you. And they said there might have been a leak because cops were already set up at the tunnel. Here's the thing that doesn't make sense. None of you knew the route until you did of Darkstone. I mean, there is no way someone could have tipped off the cops unless they did it so quickly. But the way I was told is that the cops were already set up.
That is
That can
true.
only mean one thing, Aubrey. Whoever said to hit the bomb in that tunnel clearly doesn't understand the whole lesson that we have been given. Strike when people least expect. Strike when people get too comfortable. Don't strike in the most obvious spot on the route. We're not blaming you, Aubrey. We know you were late. I asked you, are you ready to get put in the deep end? But I'm asking you, who do you think is to blame? Well, what I really want to know is who said, if you know, to use that tunnel.
Well, let me tell you something. Right? I've been in the deep end for the last 2 days. I've been in a 24-hour hold. I'm looking at weapon trafficking. I'm looking at gun manufacturing. I'm looking at years and years in prison. I was ready for the deep end yesterday. And after the plan didn't go as planned, they were talking about putting us on another 24-hour hold. So I've been in nothing but the deep end the last few days, sir. I'm always ready for the deep end. No matter how fucked shit gets.
That is why you are valued, Albert. You're a warrior. Just like Charlie. That is why everybody in that room was picked. Because you guys, well, in the past, get things done. But clearly, yesterday, something failed.
Well,
The
like
person
you
I
said,
spoke to before, as
Now
well,
get on your knees.
mentioned the bomb. They think the person who planted the bomb tampered with it because apparently, when the call was made, it blew up instantly.
well, that is true. Charlie informed us that the bomb would take around 15 seconds to explode. Now, me and Brandon, we pre-planned the explosion to happen right in the middle of the tunnel. So, the other side of the tunnel can get a good point on them. But when the phone call was made, that thing exploded in like 3 or 4 seconds. So nowhere near where it was planned.